They say that organization is the key to success. So, how do we get organized? Hello, I'm Sharon Weltlick. I teach at Georgia State University, Perimeter College, and that is in Atlanta, Georgia. Today, I'm going to share my notebook with you, and it keeps me organized. I have a small notebook that I carry from class to class and to my office. We will call this my portable notebook. I also have several larger notebooks that remain in my office. These hold my lecture notes, reviews, and previous tests for each subject. So I have one large notebook for each preparation. And of course, in order to stay organized, you need a hole punch close by. I'm going to begin talking about 4 documents that are in my portable notebook: the cover sheet, the semester calendar, items to address, and a to-do list. Then I will talk about the sections that are included in my notebook. The cover sheet is placed inside the plastic sleeve on the front of my notebook. It is my schedule. I go into a school system's faculty menu. I look under week at a glance, and you will need to choose a week during that semester. I snip it, and it looks similar to this. You can add a border or a title. You could leave it plain, but this is my class schedule. It includes the class section numbers, the CRNs, and the location and the time of the class. Okay, and after I print my schedule, I will add other items, such as the final exam time. I also use an online homework platform, so I will also add the code for each class. I love having this information at my fingertips. I create this cover sheet before I even create my syllabus. The next document is a semester calendar. Okay, I do one calendar for each prep. I create a table in a Word document with about 16 rows. I add in dates, holidays, midterm, and exam days. Now, you can certainly find calendars pre-made, but I enjoy my custom calendar. Once I make the table, it really doesn't take me long to change the dates each semester, and I really like seeing the entire semester on one page. Once I make the calendar and print it, one for each prep, I pencil in the sections that I will cover on specific days and the test dates. It is a tremendous help with planning my semester. I also use this daily as I glance at it each morning to see which sections I will be teaching that day. Therefore, it is page 1 inside my notebook. Now, even though students should refer to their syllabus for test dates, it is very easy for me to look at this during class, whether it is for the student's information or my own, and see that a test is 1 or 2 weeks away. With having multiple preps, I appreciate having the test dates in front of me as I'm discussing class due dates. As you can see, my calendar begins very neatly and helps me organize my semester. Then I use it every day to keep me organized. Of course, as the semester goes on, you can see that it is not so neat. I have a lot of scribbles on it. And even though I absolutely love teaching, you can see that I still count down the days to the end of the semester. The next document I create is used once the semester has begun. I create a table that contains the heading student, which class they are in, their concern, and my favorite part is to check off when I have addressed it. Sometimes I will write my action in this column, whether I sent an email to them or talked to them during class. We all have students coming up before or after class asking us questions. It could be about a quiz or homework problem that was graded incorrectly. It could be that they made a 90 on a test and I entered a 9 in the grade book. Although, do you think that if they made a 9 and I put a 90 in the grade book, would they correct me? But But many times I will tell students, email me their concern. But if it's a quick question, instead of opening up emails, I would rather jot it down here and address it later. And now for my last document. Yes, I actually have a sheet of paper in my notebook that says Sharon's to-do list. It can be a comment from a department meeting or email that I need to remember. It can be a deadline approaching, a reminder note about an upcoming webinar. It is simply a piece of paper that allows me to write it down and address it later. So my favorite documents to keep me organized are a cover sheet, a semester calendar, items to address, and my to-do list. Now let's talk about these sections in my notebook. Okay, for my rosters, I create an Excel sheet with a large column on the left for the names and dates across the top. I strive to get the dates for half the semester on one page for attendance purposes. I like to see a student's attendance on only 2 pages for the entire semester. I do have a method of quickly entering the students' names. I go to the faculty menu, I go to view class roll, and I can copy and paste the names into my Excel roster sheet. Now I actually copy the roll into an extra Excel sheet because it contains more information than I need. I then copy the names only into my nice, neat Excel roster. Okay, I'm going to do a quick demonstration of this. Okay, I will go into the faculty menu, view class roll, and I will choose the semester and the class. And then I will start on the very far left, and I will highlight. And you will see that much more information is highlighted than I need. I will put my cursor there, and I will copy. I will open up a new Excel file, and I will paste. Now, when I do paste, I will choose Match Destination Formatting. I will next cut just the names column, and I will go to my nice, neat Excel roster, and I will paste. Okay, let's talk about the grades worksheet. I create the grades sheets in Excel in a similar format as I do my attendance rosters. My headings include each test, the final exam, and a column for my online homework. Now, I give quizzes in our LMS system, so those grades go straight into my grade book. Yay! But my tests are paper and pencil. And I also assign online homework that is in a different software. So on my grade sheet, I need to record the tests as they are graded. I also like a record of the online homework grade at the end of each unit. This is why I set up my grade sheet with these headings. And I input these grades into my LMS gradebook at the end of each unit. And students appreciate having an updated grade. Just for your information, when I update the grade for the homework column at the end of each unit, I do not make a new column. I simply change the homework grade to include all of the sections up to that time. Okay, let's talk about the class notes or the lecture notes. I am sure that you all do this, but it's in my portable notebook, so I will talk about it. At the beginning of each unit, I place my class notes in my portable notebook. I keep 1 unit for each prep in my notebook. The remainder of my class notes are located in my big notebooks that stay in my office. Now, I use PowerPoints during class that I have saved to OneDrive or a Google Drive, but it's nice to have the hard copy with me. If there are technical issues, I can refer to my hard copy and continue with my lecture. And of course, after each unit, I return those notes to my big notebook and get the class notes for the next unit. My last section is very creative. I simply call it my other section. My other section contains agendas from department meetings or other meetings. It is simply a folder to put in other items. Now, when I was thinking about the most valuable item to help me with my teaching, I really didn't think about my portable notebook. I didn't even call it my portable notebook. I thought about the time that I spent talking with students before or after class. I thought about the rapport that I work to build in my classes. I really enjoy joking around. I enjoy expressing my personality. This is important. But I need to be organized and relaxed in order to do these things. I then realized that my portable notebook, allowing me quick access to answers for students' questions, or a place to quickly write down their concerns in order to address them later. My notebook is what helped me have time for my corny jokes. When I would share my teaching experiences and funny comments that occurred during class with my own children, my then 17-year-old daughter would roll her eyes. Can you imagine if I taught at her school? Now, my older son, a sophomore in college at the time, agreed with me. I think he's a little smarter than my daughter. But he agreed that my jovial attitude was appreciated by students. My son talked about how subject content can get mundane and boring, and that when a professor throws in a joke or a personal experience, it's a nice change of pace. Being organized enables me to have more time to connect with my students. That is one of the most important traits of a teacher, and it is not easily taught in the textbooks.